bring everybody on board. So allow me to thank the people who have organized this. I have thoroughly enjoyed the people who are talking about export promotion and import substitution of oil. So we don't have to bring in oil from other countries, from the plants in Asia. So then we shall be producing our own oil. So the very big understanding of what it means to be part of a very big community. The AfCFTA community, which is the whole of Africa, 55 countries, with the exception of Eritrea, is 1.5 billion market, single market. Uganda started off with 3 countries in the East African community. And that was Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. That was in 1967. If we had remained just the 3 countries, we would have today been a population of about 283 million only. And we would have just been enjoying the duty-free, quota-free arrangement of trade. But if we go and look at COMESA, which was really the previous preferential trade area, that increases the population to about 560 million market, and that is 19 countries. So we decided to take it further into AfCFTA, which is the 1.3 billion market. That's a single market. Now the idea is really decolonization in its form. We in Africa are talking about Pan-Africanism right now. Historically, we were left with geographical boundaries that really left us divided. In Congo, we just realized that they are actually selling a lot of cod palm oil. And we only realized that after the war with Ukraine and Russia. Many people were wondering why the Rolex was very expensive. Even I was being asked, I didn't know. They said, Madam, you are the PS of trade. Why is the Rolex getting very expensive? Our chapatis. The Masoga had a crisis. We all had a crisis on food. And then we started doing the digging. Then we found out from the people who produce flour and all the other ingredients that go with it, that no, Munyonyo is saying that the cod palm oil which was coming in from Malaysia, Indonesia, is now very expensive because they have got to do the routes from beyond the airspaces of Russia and bring in the cod palm oil very expensively. So that is why now the food prices, it's imported inflation. And I said, but are you saying we don't have cod palm oil? So after Congo comes into the East African community, January 2022, we then go there to negotiate. You know, we have the negotiation instruments for the trade protocols. And then they tell us they have thousands and thousands of fields of cod palm oil. Now, is it because they speak French that we didn't know they have cod palm oil next door? No, it is because Africans, we have a historical problem of not really talking to each other. We are not tapping into each other's markets. Now, this is what the AfCFTA is doing. Egypt wants milk. They have to buy their milk from Europe. Yet, we have milk from Angola. Mr. Biarugaba, you have cattle. How is Susan the cow? This man's cows, he names them. Anyway, so I am wondering, what else we can do with each other. Fertilizers. Now, next year, I will take this opportunity to let you know that we have decided we are going to hold a symposium, which shall be sponsored by the private sector. We ask for your support. We want to tell Ugandans of all the real opportunities in each of the countries and exactly the trade aspects they need to consider in going into that trade. There is a lot of money and very big, huge potential markets, both at government level, at corporate level, and at individual level. The demand for fertilizers across Africa is overwhelming. If you just decide to go into fertilizer alone as a country, before you even go into the oil, before you go into all the other minerals that God has given you by nature, we would be rich. Why? We have the biggest green cover in the world. nobody is gifted in this world than Africa, and we know that. Even the people who are threatening to pull out of our oil investments, we already have suitors who are willing to come and invest in our oil. The rest of the world has always wanted to come to Africa. You had people saying that all the people who are flying in at the airports, you will find that there are foreigners actually boarding planes to Africa. All this gold you see in the United Kingdom that was built in the chateaus and all those precious things, all that gold was got from West Africa. So time and time immemorial, when you talk about green peace and you talk about human rights and you talk about, who was even taking people? Who got the moral compass to challenge who? We have to be left alone to develop ourselves in our time as a developing country, and we have to be allowed to take those steps and develop ourselves and let them just come and support and invest in us at small rates, by the way. Anything above 1% would be reverse theft. Anyway, enough of the Pan-Africanism. I'm sure my friend from Makerere University Research Center will do much better job on that. So I commend the heads of state for all the countries that have taken part in the African Free Continental Trade Area, because Uganda, after signing on January 2012 in our ordinary sessions, we've also signed up on all the intra-African trade and the fundamental factors